When you hear the name Michael Jordan, what do you think of? Incredible dunks? Clutch shots in the final seconds? 6 NBA championships and countless unforgettable moments? For most fans, it's greatness. But for the players who went up against him, it was something else entirely. Fear. Jordan wasn't just a scorer. He was impossible to guard. Every time he stepped on the court, defenders had to adjust their game. Could size, speed, or strength stop him? Not really. Some tried, some failed, and many learned just how hard it was to contain him. In this video, we'll explore why Michael Jordan was impossible to guard. From his athleticism and mindset to his scoring, basketball IQ, and work ethic, we'll break it all down. Before we jump in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to GOAT Report for more basketball breakdowns and deep dives into the legends of the game. Physical gifts and athleticism. One of the main reasons Michael Jordan was impossible to guard was his amazing physical ability. Standing at 6'6", he had a perfect mix of height, speed, agility, and jumping ability. He wasn't the tallest player on the court, but he could move like a quick guard and finish plays like a powerful forward. That combination made him incredibly difficult to defend. Jordan's vertical leap was legendary. He could soar over defenders for highlight reel dunks or hang in the air long enough to create space for mid-range shots. Defenders never knew what he would do next. He could jump, spin, stop, or change pace in the middle of a move. On top of that, he had the strength to finish through contact, making him almost unstoppable near the basket. His athleticism didn't just help him score, it also made him an elite defender. Jordan could guard multiple positions, chase fast breaks, and block shots even against players bigger than him. His body allowed him to be versatile on both ends of the court, giving him the foundation to execute moves that very few players could defend consistently. Ultimately, Jordan's physical gifts, combined with his skill, intelligence, and mindset, created a player who could dominate every aspect of the game. That blend of speed, agility, strength, and leaping ability is one reason defenders of his era feared him every time he touched the ball. Unmatched scoring ability. Michael Jordan's scoring ability was truly legendary. He could put points on the board from anywhere on the court. His mid-range jump shot was deadly, and his fadeaway jumper was nearly impossible for defenders to block. He could also hit a pull-up jumper that kept opponents constantly guessing what move he would make next. But Jordan wasn't just a shooter. He could attack the basket with a mix of power and finesse, using spins, pivots, and hesitation moves to slip past defenders. Even in the post, Jordan was effective. Bigger defenders often struggled to stop him near the rim because he could combine strength, footwork, and timing so effectively. One of the things that made him truly unstoppable was his ability to perform under pressure. His game-winning shots weren't luck. They were the result of skill, confidence, and reading the defense. He always had multiple options: shoot, drive, spin, fade, or pass to a teammate. This versatility meant defenders could never rely on just one strategy to stop him. Michael Jordan's complete scoring package, from mid-range to driving to finishing at the rim, made him almost impossible to guard and left defenders constantly on edge. Footwork and fundamentals. Another reason Michael Jordan was nearly impossible to guard was his incredible footwork. Every step he took on the court was controlled, precise, and intentional. He had perfect balance, sharp pivots, and the ability to change direction instantly. This allowed him to create space, attack defenders, and make moves that were extremely difficult to predict. Even the smallest details mattered. Subtle jab steps, slight fakes, and tiny shifts in weight forced defenders to hesitate or even lose balance. In combination with his athleticism, these micro-movements made it nearly impossible for defenders to react in time. Many defenders often found themselves out of position or late on rotations, giving Jordan the advantage in almost every matchup. His mastery of fundamentals, footwork, balance, and timing gave him the ability to create space for shots or drives even against elite defenders. Whether posting up, driving to the basket, or pulling up for a jumper, Jordan's movements looked effortless but were the result of years of practice and attention to detail. In one-on-one situations, this combination of skill, anticipation, and balance made Jordan virtually unstoppable, leaving defenders frustrated and spectators in awe of his control over the game. Basketball IQ and vision. Michael Jordan wasn't just physically gifted. He had a basketball mind few players could match. He could read defenses, anticipate passes, and spot mismatches almost instantly. This intelligence made him extremely difficult to guard because he wasn't limited to scoring. Jordan could pass, drive, or pull defenders out of position, creating opportunities for teammates. Any defender focused solely on stopping him wasn't just competing against his athletic ability, they were trying to outthink one of the smartest players in NBA history. His ability to predict movements, recognize defensive schemes, and react in real time meant he was a constant threat, even when double-teamed or trapped. Jordan could exploit openings before defenders even realized they existed, turning defensive attention into scoring chances for himself or others. Ultimately, his basketball IQ amplified his physical gifts, making him more dangerous than strength, speed, or vertical leap alone. Jordan's mind on the court made him nearly impossible to defend, elevating him above nearly every player of his era. Aggressive mindset and competitiveness. Michael Jordan's competitive fire was unmatched. He didn't just want to win games. He wanted to dominate every moment on the court. Every dribble, pass, and shot carried his determination to be the best, and defenders could feel that intensity immediately. Often, the mental pressure came before the physical challenge. Opponents knew Jordan would attack relentlessly, every possession, every game. His confidence and presence were intimidating, forcing defenders to anticipate his next move while staying on high alert. Even elite defenders could struggle simply because of the mental weight of guarding him. This mindset also allowed Jordan to perform in clutch moments. When games were on the line and others hesitated, Jordan thrived. It wasn't just his talent. It was his refusal to accept losing and his constant drive to outwork and outsmart everyone on the court. That unrelenting competitiveness made him nearly impossible to guard. Versatility. Multiple ways to score. Michael Jordan's versatility on the court made him extremely difficult to guard. He was not just one type of player. He could score in almost any way you could imagine. Jordan could drive to the basket with both power and finesse, slipping past defenders or finishing with a strong dunk. He was deadly with pull-up jumpers and mid-range shots, giving defenders little room to predict his next move. His signature fadeaways were nearly impossible to block, and he could use post-up moves to score against bigger, stronger players. On top of that, he was a threat in fast break situations, turning turnovers or rebounds into quick points. This wide range of skills meant defenders had to cover every angle. If they focused too much on stopping one type of move, Jordan would switch to another. His unpredictability and all-around talent are key reasons so many players struggled to stop him consistently. Work ethic and preparation. Michael Jordan's greatness didn't come from talent alone. It came from his hard work. He practiced every day, focused on improving his weaknesses, and studied his opponents carefully. Jordan watched game film, learned players' habits, and trained his body to stay in top condition. He left nothing to chance, always preparing to take advantage of even the smallest defensive mistakes. This dedication, combined with his natural ability, allowed him to make difficult plays look easy. His constant effort to learn, adapt, and improve made him one of the hardest players in history to guard, year after year. Psychological warfare on defenders. Michael Jordan also mastered the mental side of basketball. He used trash talk, confidence, and small gestures to get into defenders' heads. He could make opponents doubt themselves, hesitate, or make mistakes. Even tiny mental edges gave him the space he needed to score. Many players who faced him said that guarding Jordan was not just physical, it was mental too. His ability to pressure opponents psychologically made it even harder for defenders to stop him, giving him another layer of dominance on the court. Jordan versus other great defenders. Even the best defenders in NBA history had a hard time stopping Michael Jordan. Stars like Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Gary Payton were elite, yet Jordan always found ways to score. No single defender could completely contain him because his skill, athleticism, basketball IQ, and mindset were unmatched. Even when teams sent double teams, Jordan could pass, shoot, or create space for teammates. His ability to adapt made him nearly impossible to guard consistently. Why he's still unstoppable in memory. Michael Jordan's impact goes far beyond statistics. He changed how basketball is played and what it means to dominate offensively. Players today still study his moves, mindset, and competitiveness. Young defenders often struggle to guard like he did because Jordan set the gold standard for skill, versatility, and mental toughness. His influence continues to shape the game and inspire new generations of players around the world. Michael Jordan was impossible to guard because he combined so many things at once: amazing athleticism, elite scoring and footwork, high basketball IQ, aggressive mindset, versatility, hard work, and even psychological control over defenders. He could perform under pressure, and no single skill made him unstoppable. It was the full package of talent, mind, and will. That's why defenders still talk about him, why fans still watch his highlights, and why he remains the ultimate offensive threat in NBA history. So, next time you watch a Michael Jordan play, ask yourself, how would you guard him? Could you stop him? If you enjoyed this breakdown like this video, subscribe to GOAT Report and leave a comment. Which Jordan move do you think made him impossible to guard?